Hey gang, this is the new title screen. There's a lot I've done. So I postponed this update a week because there was just so much that I felt like just needed a little bit more. And of course, I still feel exactly the same way, but I figured I couldn't put it off any further. So what we've got now is kind of a flow through the game. There's no way to get back out of the game, but there's a way to get into the game. So we have a title screen, which is pretty classy. You can click options, but nothing happens. There's sound now. Some, not a lot. If you click play, well, look at that. There's 4 profiles to choose from. The percentage at the bottom is literally a random number. Watch this. Different numbers. That's because, I don't know what the progress is yet. It does actually save and load from these. So let's load this one up and boom. My favorite screen, my favorite thing I've ever created. This is the time tunnel. This is what it looks like when you're outside of time and space, because I had to decide what that would look like, and it looks really cool. You can jump back to the title screen. You can check out how much data you've got of every kind. And you can go to the skill page, which is called the mind map now. Can't scroll it anymore because it's small. Again, go back. And you can choose which timeline to play, which obviously would only be timeline 1 to start with. Don't read that text over there. That's secret future text. And then you launch, which another fun thing. And here we are. Oh, I wasn't supposed to have my cursor on that button yet. This is the moon. This is a all new model of the moon. Let's see if I can get a good view. It's gone from about 500, I think, triangles up to 500,000 triangles, because I realized that zooming in like this, you need geometry. It couldn't just be done with textures. It wasn't working at all. So now, all those craters are built from a displacement map provided by NASA to accurate specifications of the moon. And your little zoomer will zoom right along them and arrive at each new town or location. The locations in this case are all Xenolabs, because that's the only one I've created. And what you can do, so you can travel around the moon, go to the different locations, and there are obviously aliens you'll have to kill at each location before you can use them. But once you've done that, here you go, you can use the spot. And in this case, the Xenolab, you can get a swarm data and increased armor penetration, which is going to be very valuable. Problem is, as you can see at the bottom, it costs you 2 hours to do. And you got this timer up here. Got my data. Your timer is counting down until the end of the moon. I would say the end of the world, but it's not a world, it's a moon. So that's how long you have to accomplish your goals on the moon, and you can decide how much you want to spend, operating these various labs and things, in addition to going and fighting the battles. And as you fight the battles, you'll see how much time you can spend in different things. And I don't know, it's a strategy game. This box over here is left over from the old level select, and I think I'm going to get rid of it. It was going to have like a description of each crater you were in and like the history of it, but I don't know that we need that. It seems very unnecessary. But traveling also costs time, as you can see. I'll go back up here. And right now you could travel all over the moon. There's just a whole bunch of places you can go. And the sun is rotating around. You can see the shadow shift and it gets real dark. It's a lot of fun. I mean, this is my favorite part. We're on the moon. And you just travel around, go to different things. And of course, at any point, you're free to go in and modify your gear. There's that armor penetration I earned. Oh, I gotta change the background on this so it actually reaches the edges. But other than that, this is the gear screen, which we've seen before. It still works. You can dismantle your gear. And this is new though. There is now the description is broken, and it wasn't last time I checked. There's now 1 exotic item. exotic items have their own cool new texture. They all use the same one. It's, shiny golden. This is the only one that exists. Forget exotics, they're all the same. And, they're always fixed. They look exactly the same every time you see them. And they do stuff. In this case, this is a mess. Wow, I just added this armor penetration thing this morning and it's clearly completely broken. But what this item actually does is give you split shots on your autocannons. I can't show you that because we can't actually get into gameplay from here because this is the more fun part of the game anyway. Who wants to shoot aliens when you can drive around the moon? So anyway, all this stuff is what I've been doing and there is a lot of it. So it's probably not important stuff. It would be nice to actually have some legit gameplay in this game, but this is what we have for now. And maybe I'll work on gameplay next, but I don't know. I like making these buildings. I might make more buildings. And I'll see you next week because that's it. That's what I've done. I'm really happy with it, but it's not actually, gameplay. It's fluff, but it's fun fluff. I'm happy with it. See you next time.